Now at 6, all students and the driver managed to get safely off a burning Joplin school bus. Plus, students at Webb City Grade School put their hearts into learning. And now some local kids celebrate 100 days of school.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
No one was hurt in a Joplin school bus fire this afternoon. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. It's a late developing story. Investigators tell us 15 to 20 kids were on the bus when a fire started in the engine compartment around 3 this afternoon. That was on South Range Line in Joplin, just off I-44. All the kids and the driver managed to get off safely. Police, fire, and ambulance workers from Joplin and Newton County all responded to the 911 call, but again, no one was hurt. Authorities have arrested 2 suspects in a weekend shooting death in Coffeyville, Kansas. Police are seeking second-degree murder charges against 28-year-old Michael McGinnis Jr. of Liberty, Kansas, and 50-year-old William McGinnis of South Coffeyville, Oklahoma. They're under arrest for the shooting of 39-year-old Raymond Burnett at a Coffeyville, Kansas home Saturday night. Burnett has since died at the hospital. Authorities have not yet released many details. Beautiful day out there. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, we got the sunshine to return for us today. Of course, we had the rain over the weekend, and then today has turned out to be a pretty good day. It looks good outside in Joplin. Temperatures are sitting into the upper 40s, 50 in Nevada, 48 in Neosho, Oswego at 49, 50 in Neodesha. We've had a light kind of northerly wind, 5 to 10 to 15, making it feel a little bit colder than what it actually is. But these winds are going to calm down as we go through the evening hours. We'll slide back through the 40s, 30s, near freezing later on tonight. I also do think late tonight we're going to get some patchy fog in here. So if you're going to be out late tonight into the early morning hours, watch out for that. Clear skies, not too much going on across the entire Central Plains. We're pretty quiet the next few days. Then our pattern picks up a little bit later on this week. We'll look at that here in just a bit.
Catch you in a few. Some people in Joplin, Pittsburgh, and elsewhere around the 4 states felt Friday's earthquake that was centered in Prague, Oklahoma. That 5.1 magnitude quake did not cause any serious damage in our area, but it might have some people wondering if their insurance would provide coverage against earthquakes.
Your typical homeowner's policy doesn't cover earthquake, just like how it doesn't cover flood insurance. Certain houses, especially if the house is all brick, made out of concrete, insulated concrete forms, anything where if there's any ground movement, there could be some substantial damage outside of just maybe some foundation cracking. That's where earthquake might be worth looking into.
Many insurance companies stopped insuring against earthquakes in the 1990s after projections suggested that a major earthquake could potentially bankrupt them. Students at Webster Primary Center in Webb City learned about the heart with the help of some MSSU students. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
For more than 20 years, every February for Heart Awareness Month, students at Webster Primary learn about the inner workings of the heart by running, hopping, and crawling.
It keeps your body moving. So if you have a blue ball over here, that means your blood cell's not good. But when you have a red blood cell, that means it's good.
Performing various activities with red and blue balls shows the students how demanding the cardiovascular system is.
And you just do it again, keep going it again and again.
Was your heart working when you were running around?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet so. Students from Missouri Southern's Elementary Education Department were invited to assist with the activities.
I had so much fun. I felt like a little kid again. I was going through the tunnels with him and jumping over, and I could tell that he really enjoyed it, and he had a lot more fun, it seemed like, having a partner with him and just being able to like race, and it was just super fun.
Stewart says she's looking forward to an environment like this when she becomes a teacher.
We get to see the fun side of things where we can look forward to these days in our future teaching career, because teaching can be stressful sometimes, and so when we get to see days like this where our kids are having fun and their effective learning is taking place, it is really encouraging for us future teachers for sure.
Reporting in Webb City, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
What fun, and cute kids. All the grade levels at Webster Primary Center got to participate. Today marks the 100th day of school for Carthage students. KOAM Samantha Walker tells us how they celebrated.
Today is a day the students at Carthage schools have been looking forward to all year.
So today is the 100th day of school. Every day we've been counting up to this day during our calendar time.
And in no place is the day more special than a kindergarten class.
It's a big day for kindergarten. It's a number that we don't normally see as 5 years old. So it's just really important. We count by tens, we count by 100s. It's also one of our standards in kindergarten.
13, 14, 15.
Teachers worked to design special projects to mark the occasion. Students got to decorate 100 gumballs, lick a lollipop 100 times, and create special crowns.
We made our crowns and we also got to put stickers on it. JKLMNOP.
Students also created projects to bring to school to celebrate the big day.
At our house, we put we drawed 100 and then we put a little sprinkle thingies on it.
You feel 100 days smarter? Yeah! Oh, wonderful!
But teachers say the best thing about the 100th day is that students can look back and see how much they've grown.
I gotten smarter in the last 100 days.
In Carthage, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
Yeah, the teachers dressed up like they were 100, but didn't really pull it off. Kindergarten teachers say students have around 70 more days of school, and they're going to keep counting those as well. A little bit later in sports, Area High School standouts look to take their game to a higher level. John's going to have details on the latest signings. But first, motorcycle crashes in Missouri are trending down, but that's where the good news ends. New numbers show good news and bad news when it comes to the number of motorcycle crashes and fatalities in Missouri. Motorcycle crashes across Missouri, well, they've gone down, but fatalities have increased in motorcycle crashes. Elizabeth Van Mitri has details.
I feel like it's a tale as old as time. You know, people like to go fast and push the limit on machines.
Calvin Todd has been riding motorcycles for close to 7 years. He works on them too, here at this shop on South Atlantic.
Not a greater feeling than, just flying through the open air, which is hilarious because that's kind of people's saying about the helmets is feeling the wind in your hair.
In Missouri, riders who are 26 years and older with valid health insurance are not required to wear helmets. This is a relatively new law. The law previously required helmets was repealed in August of 2020. For Todd, he doesn't have to actually have the wind in his hair to enjoy his ride.
It feels like I'm too exposed if I'm not wearing a helmet, honestly.
175 motorcyclists were killed on Missouri roadways in 2023. That's up 14% since 2022. That number is almost 50% higher than the average number of motorcyclist fatalities before the repeal of Missouri's all-rider helmet law. Daryl Coney, a Springfield police officer with the traffic unit, says you'll never see them on the roads without safety gear, helmet, and jacket.
Has protective shoulder pads, elbow pads, and a spine protector in the back of it. Steel-toed boots to protect your feet.
Coney says responding to motorcycle accidents has changed his habits when it comes to riding in and out of uniform.
Probably has influenced my decision to how I ride and the safety equipment that I wear whenever I'm riding.
Todd says he's not surprised by the numbers. The biker community is small. They've seen what can happen.
I guess any degree of that you get closer to that, for me personally, it makes me feel pretty sad, pretty terrible. It's never a happy story.
This is the first year since 2019 that Missouri has seen an overall decrease in roadway fatalities. There are, however, no legislative proposals to address the growing number of motorcycle fatalities. A little bit later, the countdown is underway for high school basketball playoffs in Oklahoma. John's going to have a preview of the brackets coming up in sports.
Plus, we're going to start to warm things back up as we go through the next couple days. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, of course, it turned out to be a nice Monday. We had the rain all weekend long, so we didn't see the sunshine, but we can use the rain. In fact, in Joplin, almost an inch of rain, which is pretty good. For the year, just shy of 3 inches. Average is just a little bit over 2 inches. So we're actually about 3/4 of an inch above where we should be for this time of the year, which we'll take. We're at 1.66 this time last year. Here's a nice shot. This is our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex Tower Cam downtown Joplin, looking northeast. We have clear skies up top. It looks pretty good, and we're going to see pretty nice conditions throughout the rest of the evening. Carthage 46, 50 in Neosho. We have 54 in Miami. We have 49 in Parsons. We have Fort Scott sitting at 50 degrees. Let's go outside. Here's 7th and Rangeline sitting at 48, northerly winds at about 5 to 10. Those are going to come down as we go through the overnight hours, and then as our temperature approaches the dew point, we'll get some dew, and we'll also get a little bit of patchy fog in here late tonight. All right, northerly winds all day long, kind of breezy. These are going to lighten up as we go through the overnight hours. Here's your evening planner, sliding back through the 40s, 30s. Most of us will bottom out right around freezing later on tonight. But clear skies, not much is going on here. And across the entire Central Plains, we look pretty good across the region. We go west. Here's the beginnings of our next storm system. Now ahead of it, you can see this huge ridge of high pressure. That's going to be our weather the next couple days. Then this storm system will start to head toward us for the second half of the work week. It's not going to have a ton of moisture, but we'll change our weather up a little bit. All right, by morning, sitting near freezing, patchy fog across the region. As we go through the morning hours, we warm lower 50s by noon. I think most of us get up right around 60 degrees. 57 in Stockton, 59 in Anderson, Miami up to 60, Coffeyville up to about 59. Clouds increase tomorrow night, so mostly cloudy skies, and then mostly cloudy skies again on Wednesday, but our southerly winds, they start getting moving, so we're going to have those south winds gust kind of 15 to 20 by Wednesday afternoon. But again, high temps right around 60 to 61 on Wednesday. Now, Wednesday night, that next storm system, a few spotty showers across the region. Not a huge deal. Most of the moisture is going to stay well to our north, but we are going to have some spotty showers in here Wednesday night into Thursday morning as that system pulls on by. All right, for your day planner tomorrow, let's go 39 in the morning, 50 by 11, 57 by 1, high temp right around 60, 61 degrees. All week long, we have pretty good temperatures. There goes our Thursday system. Friday looks good. Saturday, overall, looks pretty good. But as we go into Sunday, we do get a storm system in here that we'll have to keep our eyes on, at least give us some rain chances as we head into Super Bowl Sunday. 60 tomorrow, 61 on Wednesday. Let's go 66 on Thursday, a few morning showers. Friday looks good. Saturday looks good. Rain showers again. Super Bowl Sunday, but overall, temperature is pretty good, mainly 60s all week long this week.
I'm loving that. And by the way, the
nice.
temperatures are not the most interesting numbers I want to see projected for Super Bowl Sunday.
Hey, if the Chiefs score 47, I'll be happy.
Yes, me too, as long as the Niners don't get more than 46. Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, 2 players that led Lamar High School to a state championship find their brand new home. And the Royals and Bobby Witt Jr. agree to a record-breaking contract. Yeah, John Dales has those stories and a lot more. It's coming up next.
High school signing day is later this week. That's this Wednesday, where we're going to bring you to several high schools in the area that have athletes heading to the next level. In the last day, several football standouts making their college commitments, one of them being Joplin's signal caller. Joplin quarterback Hobbs Gooch commits to Benedictine College. He announces on Twitter the Eagle QB is coming off a senior year where he threw for just under 1,700 yards and 15 touchdowns while starting 10 games. He also led Joplin to a road playoff win over Kickapoo and an appearance in the district championship. Meanwhile, 2 standouts from Lamar make their college commitments as well. Kyler Nance and Ian Googie are teammates with the Tigers and led them to a Class II state championship this season. Now they'll remain teammates in college. Both of them are committed to Southwest Baptist University in Bolivar. Each of them are first-team All-State performers in 2023, Nance at linebacker, Googie as an athlete. And the playoffs aren't here yet for Oklahoma high school basketball. We'll have to wait another week and a half for that, but we do know what the playoff bracket looks like. In Class 2A, Afton will host the District 6 playoff games with the Quapaw boys and girls as the visitors. The Eagles girls team is the number 11 team in the state in the most recent OSSAA rankings. The Owls boys team is number 8 in the state. Both games will be played next Friday night. Still in Class 2A, the winners from both of those games will play the winners from both of these games. The District 7 playoffs held at Wyandotte. The next round will be played at Fairlands the following Thursday night. Wyandotte and Quapaw each have 4 regular season games remaining before getting to the playoffs. Over to Major League Baseball, the Royals make history this afternoon. They ensure that one of their franchise cornerstones will stay in Kansas City for the foreseeable future. According to ESPN, the Royals and Bobby Witt Jr. agreed to an 11-year, $288 million contract extension. Witt just finished his second Major League season and is 23 years old. The deal includes a clause that allows him to opt out after the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th years. He led the major leagues in triples last season and is the first Kansas City player to hit 30 home runs and steal 30 bases in a season. This is the largest contract in Royals franchise history. Over to D1 college basketball tonight. The Sunflower Showdown between Kansas State and 4th-ranked KU will be played in Manhattan. The Jayhawks just beat the number 5 team in the country, Houston, by 13 on Saturday, and the Wildcats enter tonight on a slide. They've lost 4 in a row, 5 of their last 7. That game tips off at 8. Back to Bobby Witt Jr., though, $288 million. There's also a team option that could extend it for another 3 years after that. That'd be a 14-year contract.
Which likely would be the extent of his career, even though he's a young man.
Probably.
We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The opening of a VA clinic in Iola, Kansas comes the closing of 3 others in the area. We're going to have details. Plus, why Missouri Governor Parson changed his mind about funding the state's Task Force 1 program, and how the town of Prague, Oklahoma is holding up after last week's earthquake. Those stories, a lot more, of course, it's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Carthage students are taking part in a special Super Bowl Spirit Week. Students dressed up as Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes for Mahomes Monday. Look at that. Students sported Mahomes' number 15 jersey and his iconic headband to mark the occasion.
And we encouraged kids to dress up like Patrick Mahomes and show their spirit for the Kansas City Chiefs.
I like Patrick Mahomes because he is a quarterback, and I want to be quarterback whenever I play football.
He's got a pretty good start there with the look. Special days honoring the Chiefs' journey to the Super Bowl are going to continue for the rest of the week. Other themes include Read Wednesday, W-I-N-S Day, and Travis Throwback Thursday. And we're all going to be really celebrating come Monday as the, once again, reigning Super Bowl champs.
We should be.
Do it.
We're going to do it 3 years out of 5, I guess.
3 out of 5, that's right.
All right, weather-wise, kind of cold tonight. We're going to get some patchy fog. We'll drop back near freezing. Sunny skies tomorrow, high temp of 60.
On a sports note.
Some news from the Super Bowl. Adam Schefter reporting that the 49ers were reportedly unhappy with the field condition at their practice field.
Really?
Yeah.
Hope they get that fixed. It won't matter. We'll see you at 10. Let's make it a great evening.